Welcome back to Divine Designs 24. We're going to be doing an axolotl today. This cute little guy. And we're going to be doing him in some chameleon powders. And then we'll fill him up with some resin. So let's get some chameleon powders in him to get started with. I got little eyes in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see the little eyes. I put little eyes in him already. So we're hoping that that works. I got that in there. Let's see. I want to do the little horns in him first. So let's get some little... Let's see here. Let's see if I can get some color down there in his horns. I don't think they're called horns, but that's what they look like to me. I'm sure they're not actually called horns. I wasn't even sure what an axolotl was. I had to look it up and see what it was. I learn new things every day. I just knew he was really cute. And all I know is he swims in water, but he's not classified as a fish. That's what I had read earlier. If I'm wrong on that, let me know, because I'm not really sure. I'm only telling you what I was reading. Okay. I think I got enough color in there for the horny things, the horns in there. Okay. Now we'll get some color on the face. I just knocked his eye out. Oh no. Where'd it go? I was afraid that was going to happen. I wasn't sure if I had it in there good enough or not, so I will probably have to do it afterwards. But I got to get his eye on. His eye is down here in his horn. There it is. So I think I'm just going to take the eyes out, and we're going to put those in after we're done. It was worth a try. Hey, I don't know. I just go with the flow. But we're gonna paint him this color for now. And let's see what this is. We're just gonna get the head, because the different parts of his body are going to be different colors. I want to get as much floaty stuff out of there as I can. Okay, so we got that color. And that was red, green, and gold of the chameleon powder. And so now I want to do some red also. So let's get some red in here. I like to try to blend them so they're not going from like just really stark one color to another. But I think he's going to be really cute. And this is a Let's Resin mold. And on here it says it holds 4.5 ounces. I love it when they tell me what I'm gonna need. And there's no guesswork. That makes it fun. Makes it less wasteful. I mean, I can only have so many keychains and so many earrings, you know, as my extras. Hair clips. Of course, my granddaughter loves it, but she likes it when I give her all those. Okay, so let's get these rubbed in there. I'm gonna bang this in the garbage really good. Get as much loose out of there as I can. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go with a green color. This one here is blue, green, and gold. So that's gonna be the back end of him. His back legs and of course when I'm all done with him, we'll take some markers and we'll put some little dots on him and decorate him all up, and I'll put his eyes back in there. I'll just have to put them on the out, you know, glue them on the outside. That's the way I usually do it. I don't know why I was gonna try it this way. It didn't work, so. I'm sure there is a way to make it work, but it's gonna be so cute. So I'm just taking the Chameleon powders and rubbing them in, burnish them in real good so that the colors stand out real good. But he's gonna have a pretty green tail. Now don't forget, on the 20th, I'm going to be doing a drawing. And the only thing that you have to do to be put into the drawing is to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And in the comments, just put in there that you did all 3 of those, and your name will be put into the drawing. And I will announce the winner. You will win something that I have made in the last 30 days. And that's completely free. It is a prize. No shipping, no nothing. That is your prize for supporting my channel. Okay, it looks like I got everything good here. So I'm going to make up some resin. Get all the loose out here that I can. Let me see, I'll use a clean brush, try to get the loose stuff out because we don't want it all floating all over the place. But that looks good. Look at there. Okay, let me get some resin made up and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. I have my black resin all made up, and we're going to pour this in here, and I'm going to do it very slowly because I don't want air bubbles. And I want to make sure I get everything. I want to get it moved all around here. Make sure we get resin in all the little spots here. No air bubbles. No air bubbles in his little ears. His tail. I made black resin because when you use the Chameleon powders or flakes, it makes the colors very dramatic, very wonderful. Okay, make sure that we have air bubbles out of stuff. Okay, let's get his feet. I get those toes all resined up here. Let's make sure we get, I don't want air bubbles in his toes. Bubble in his tail. We want him just as cute as can be. Okay. Let's get him topped off here now. I did just a little more than what it said because I wanted to make sure that his toes were all filled up really good. And I'll tell you, it was real close. It said 4.5 ounces, and I did not quite 5. And look, it's right to the top. And there's an air bubble. So I'm going to babysit this for a little bit, make sure there's no air bubbles anywhere. Make sure I got them all out. I only have maybe, oh my gosh, maybe a 1/4 of an ounce. I don't have much left at all. So this was very close, 4.5 ounces. Probably would have done it. I did just over 4.5. And it's topped off perfect. So we will be back in just a second for demold, and we will see how this axolotl looks. We are back for demold from a little, I don't know if I'm saying it right, axolotl. He's going to be so cute. I'm putting my gloves on to do this because I've learned my lesson on trying to demold stuff without gloves on, and I have sliced up my fingers. So I decided to put gloves on for this. Okay, let's see how he turned out. He, she. You know, I like to make him into girls so I can dress him up. Let's see here, come on. There we go. And this is a Let's Resin mold. It holds 4.5 ounces. Let me see if I can get something here to help me. Okay, come on. There we go. Get around all his little toes. Let's get this side. Got a little bit of trimming to do, but that's okay. That's all right if I have a little trimming to do. All right, come on. Get around those toes. I'm trying to think of the best way to do him. Get some alcohol down in here. See if that'll help loosen him up out of here. I had a wonderful suggestion from somebody the other day that said instead of using alcohol, to use a little bit of soapy water. So I have to get me a little pump with some soapy water in it and try that. Because I don't like spraying alcohol in here where I'm working any more than I have to. All right, come on. Why am I having so much difficulty? I'm probably trying to be too careful. Can do it this way. Okay, I just need to get his head out here. There we go. I can see it loosen it up here. Lord. The first time I demold something is always the hardest because I'm not sure which way to go. There we go. Okay, there's a horn. Can I see his smiling face? Oh my goodness. See, I had little air bubbles in his horns. I'll have to fix those. Look at that. Oh my gosh, is he cute. Look at that face. Is that the cutest little face? Okay. Let me get some eyes out for him. Yeah, I had a couple of air bubbles in his horns. I squeezed his horns hoping I wouldn't have air bubbles, but I do. So I'll have to fix those. Let me get his eyes out. And I will be right back. All right, we're back to dress him all up. So let's do the markers first. We'll do his nose and his mouth. And we're gonna dress him all up. He's gonna be the prettiest one yet. She. Let's make this a she. Okay, so I just want to get the nose and the mouth decorated here. She's gonna be smiling. There, how's that? She's smiling. Okay. Now we'll get her eyes on. We'll get her eyes there, and she'll be so pretty. Okay, this isn't the one I want. Let's try this one. Here we go. Gotta dress her eyes up here. Make her gorgeous. Look at there. Isn't that cute? Got her little eyelashes on there. Okay. Now let's give her some pretty toes. And then she's going to get to join all my little animals that I have made up. Oops. There we go. There, look at that. Okay, let's do her back toes. I'm just using the B7000. You can use the E6000. You can use anything you want to glue these on. That's just what I have here that I use. Okay. Get these back toes done. Okay, and now I want to put, she's got a little, there was an air bubble in her horn, her little, I don't know what you want to call it, a horn. So I'm going to put a butterfly on there to cover that up. Okay, come on. Guess I have to put more of that. I feel I might have to babysit this butterfly for a minute. Till it stays on there. Good, I just heard a car door. There we go. Look at there. Isn't she adorable? Look at there. She is so cute. I'll take pictures of her. All done and dressed up. She's ready for her date. And I will see you guys on the next one. I want to thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment and tell me what you think of my little, oh, I gotta fix her nose. I must have bumped her nose. Okay, I have to fix her nose. There's some black on her nose. But I'll take some pictures of her. And, she's so cute. And I will see you guys next time. Bye now.